Welcome to Rise and Conquer US UK, your daily source of unstoppable motivation. Here we build discipline, courage, and focus so you can rise higher and conquer your dreams. There comes a moment in life when you have to stop begging to be seen and start learning to see yourself. Because the truth is simple. You teach people how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. If you tolerate disrespect, you invite it. If you accept less, you attract less. If you undervalue yourself, the world will follow your example. You can't expect anyone to respect you when you don't respect your own time, energy, or peace. Self-respect is not pride, it's power. It's the quiet strength of knowing who you are and refusing to let anyone else define it. Respect is not something you ask for. It's something you demonstrate. It's not in your words, it's in your boundaries. It's not in your ego, it's in your energy. It's not about how loud you are, it's about how clear you are. People notice when you respect yourself. They notice when you move different. When you stop explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. When you stop chasing those who never cared to stay. When you start walking away with silence instead of arguments. That's self-respect. You don't need to scream to prove your worth. You just need to stop settling. Stop begging to be chosen. Stop proving you deserve to be treated right. Stop explaining why your standards are high. Your energy speaks louder than any explanation. When you know who you are, silence becomes your statement. Because self-respect doesn't chase, it attracts. It doesn't fight for attention, it commands it. It doesn't demand love, it gives it to itself first. You see, when you finally decide to respect yourself, everything changes. Your circle gets smaller, your peace gets louder, your time becomes sacred. Because you stop giving access to people who only take from you. You stop lowering your vibration to match their chaos. You stop trying to fix people who enjoy being broken. You realize not everyone deserves your kindness. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. And that's not arrogance, it's awareness. Self-respect is not about thinking you're better than anyone. It's about understanding that you don't have to destroy yourself to make others comfortable. You don't have to overextend just to be appreciated. You don't have to beg for love that's freely given elsewhere. You don't have to tolerate being disrespected just because you care. You can love deeply and still set boundaries. You can be kind and still say no. You can be humble and still walk away. Because respecting yourself doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop compromising your peace for people who don't. When you have self-respect, you stop chasing closure. You stop replaying what went wrong. You stop explaining why you left. You simply outgrow what no longer aligns. You stop showing up where your spirit feels unseen. You stop watering dead plants. Because peace is more valuable than attention. And silence speaks louder than validation. That's self-respect, the art of walking away quietly, knowing your value doesn't decrease when someone can't see it. The truth is, not everyone will like you. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will appreciate you. And that's okay. Because you're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to understand yourself. When you live from that place, rejection doesn't sting, it redirects. Loss doesn't break you, it blesses you. Loneliness doesn't destroy you, it develops you. Because self-respect teaches you something powerful. You don't lose people when you stand your ground. You lose the people who were never meant to stand beside you. People will test your boundaries the moment you set them. They'll say, you've changed. They'll say you're distant. They'll call you cold. Let them talk. Because what they're really saying is, I can no longer use you. You're not distant, you're disciplined. You're not cold, you're clear. You're not selfish, you're self-aware. That's the price of self-respect. You stop fitting in places that once felt like home because now you finally understand your worth. Self-respect changes your entire vibration. You stop asking for love, you embody it. You stop chasing opportunities, they find you. You stop running from loneliness, you find strength in solitude. When you respect yourself, you start attracting people who value peace over drama, truth over popularity, loyalty over convenience. Because energy recognizes energy. And when yours is rooted in self-respect, the wrong ones fade and the right ones find you. You've spent too much time proving your worth to people who were never meant to see it. Now it's time to live in a way that reminds you of it. Stop lowering your standards to fit small spaces. Stop explaining your boundaries to those who keep crossing them. Stop apologizing for demanding more. You're not asking too much. You've just been giving too much to the wrong people. Your worth was never up for debate, it was waiting for recognition. Self-respect is quiet power. It's walking away without bitterness. It's choosing peace over attention. It's saying no with grace. It's knowing that you don't need validation when you have values. When you truly respect yourself, you stop forcing what's not meant for you. You trust that what leaves was never yours, and what's yours will never need begging. You move different. You speak less, you love wisely, you rest peacefully because you've learned the hardest truth. Self-respect is self-love in action. Remember this. Every time you say no to something that disrespects your soul, you say yes to your peace. Every time you walk away from what drains you, you walk closer to what fulfills you. Every time you stop chasing people, you start attracting purpose. And that's when you become unstoppable. Because self-respect doesn't just protect you, it transforms you. You'll lose people, but you'll find yourself. You'll close chapters, but you'll open peace. You'll walk alone, but you'll walk free. And that's the kind of power you can't buy, fake, or borrow. You can only build it through boundaries. So from this moment on, don't let anyone make you forget your worth. Don't let anyone talk you out of your value. Don't let anyone convince you that respecting yourself is wrong. You don't owe anyone access to your energy, especially those who misuse it. Protect your peace. Honor your boundaries. Walk like you know you belong because you do. You're not here to prove anything. You're here to remember everything you already are. Self-respect is power. Boundaries are protection, and peace is your prize. Choose yourself. And as always, rise and conquer. There is a kind of strength the world doesn't talk about. Not the strength to fight, not the strength to win arguments, but the strength to walk away, because walking away doesn't mean you're weak. It means you finally respect yourself enough to stop settling. It means you're done explaining your worth to people who don't listen. It means you've stopped giving energy to situations that drain your soul. It means you've learned that peace is more powerful than proving your point. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. The truth is, not everything that demands your attention deserves it. Not every fight is worth your fire. Not every person deserves access to your peace. When you set boundaries, people will call you distant. When you protect your energy, they'll say you've changed. When you stop chasing, they'll say you're cold. Let them talk. Because you don't need to explain growth to those still addicted to chaos. Boundaries are not walls, they're doors with locks. They don't shut everyone out, they protect what's sacred within. Boundaries don't mean you hate people, they mean you love yourself enough to choose peace over pressure. And here's the truth. The people who belong in your life won't be offended by your boundaries. They'll respect them. Because real ones know that peace is priceless. The wrong ones will leave. The right ones will stay. And when that happens, thank them both. One taught you what you deserve, the other will remind you of it. You can't be everything to everyone. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't keep saying yes while your soul screams no. Balance is not selfish, it's survival. Every time you overextend, you teach the world that your energy is free. Every time you accept disrespect, you show others how low to aim. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop carrying relationships that make you feel heavy. Stop working for approval that doesn't fill you. Stop explaining boundaries to those committed to crossing them. When you start honoring your limits, peace begins. You start sleeping better. You start breathing deeper. You start realizing that not everyone deserves a response. Because silence is not weakness, it's strategy. It's how strong people protect their focus. Every time you choose peace over reaction, you win a battle no one else sees. Every time you walk away from drama, you step closer to destiny. The loudest room isn't where growth happens, it's where energy dies. Peace isn't found in noise, it's found in knowing when to leave it. There's something sacred about walking away quietly. No revenge, no explanation, no scene, just a silent exit from what no longer serves your spirit. Because real power doesn't chase validation, it chooses direction. And that direction is forward. You don't need closure from people who were never open. You don't need understanding from those who refuse to listen. You don't need apologies to heal, you just need distance. When you build strong boundaries, your life becomes lighter because you start realizing how much energy you wasted trying to fix what wasn't yours to fix. You start reclaiming time. You start reclaiming peace. You start reclaiming you. Boundaries are not barriers, they're bridges to better things. They don't isolate you, they elevate you. They filter out the noise so your soul can finally breathe. That's balance. When you stop reacting to everything and start responding with purpose. Here's what most people forget. Peace is not a reward you earn after chaos, it's a choice you make before it. Every morning, you have two choices: to repeat old patterns or to set new boundaries. Choose boundaries, choose balance, choose yourself, because the more you respect your time, the more life respects you back. You'll reach a point where silence will feel better than arguing, where distance will feel better than proving your point, where solitude will feel safer than fake company. And when that moment comes, don't fight it, embrace it. That's healing, that's growth, that's maturity. You're not running away from people, you're returning to yourself. The world will call you cold for choosing peace. They'll say you've changed because you stopped tolerating chaos. But they won't understand that peace has a price and you finally decided to pay it. Because nothing is worth losing your calm for. Not a job, not a relationship, not an argument. If it costs your peace, it's too expensive. Don't confuse loyalty with self-destruction. You can care about people without carrying their pain. You can support them without sacrificing yourself. You can love them and still let them go. Boundaries don't mean I don't love you. They mean I love me too. And that balance, that ability to hold compassion without losing clarity, is real power. Some people won't understand your boundaries because they benefit from your lack of them. Let that sink in. The ones who complain the loudest when you change are usually the ones who gain the most from you staying the same. You don't owe them comfort, you owe yourself freedom. You owe yourself the peace that comes with saying, I'm done explaining myself. You owe yourself the life that begins where overthinking ends. Walking away doesn't mean you stopped caring. It means you stopped participating in your own pain. Because self-respect is not loud, it's consistent. It's quiet confidence that says, I know who I am, and I know what I deserve. You don't lose power by letting go, you gain it. Because now, your energy isn't wasted on fixing what refuses to grow. You're not losing anything. You're finally making space for everything better. Here's the truth. You can't control how people treat you, but you can control how long you allow it. You can't stop people from crossing lines, but you can stop standing on the wrong side of them. And once you do that, everything starts aligning. Your peace, your focus, your future, because your energy goes where your respect flows. When you start saying no, life starts saying yes. When you start protecting your peace, your blessings start expanding. When you stop chasing validation, you start attracting value. Boundaries don't block blessings, they clear the space for them. So stand tall in your silence. Walk proudly in your peace. Trust your intuition when it says, it's time to go. Because walking away isn't quitting, it's choosing quality over chaos. And that's what self-respect looks like in motion. One day, you'll thank yourself for every time you walked away quietly. For every time you said nothing instead of everything. For every time you chose peace over proving a point. Because that's when you'll realize you didn't lose anything worth keeping. You just lost the weight that was holding you back. Set boundaries. Keep balance. Walk away when needed. Rise and conquer. There comes a time in your life when peace starts to mean more than people. When silence feels louder than validation. When walking away feels stronger than trying to be understood. That's when you know you've grown. Because maturity isn't about how much you tolerate. It's about how quickly you recognize what disturbs your peace and let it go. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't need everyone to agree with you. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. The people meant for you will feel your truth without explanation. The rest will misunderstand no matter how many times you explain. So stop explaining. Stop begging to be seen. Stop apologizing for protecting your energy. You weren't born to please everyone. You were born to live with peace inside your soul. Peace doesn't need noise. Peace doesn't need validation. Peace doesn't need attention. It just needs your choice. And the moment you start choosing peace over approval, you stop being controlled by opinions. You stop chasing validation like it's oxygen. You stop giving weight to voices that never mattered. You stop needing others to confirm what you already know, that you're enough. Approval is fragile, it fades the moment you stop performing. Peace is permanent, it stays even when the world goes quiet. You can't build a peaceful life by constantly seeking permission to exist. You can't become free while living for applause. You don't need the world to clap for you. You just need to be proud of the person you're becoming. And that pride, that inner calm, that quiet certainty, that's what peace feels like. You'll realize that peace is not found in the perfect situation. It's found in how you handle the imperfect ones. It's walking away from arguments that go nowhere. It's choosing silence when your ego wants noise. It's learning to be okay with not being liked. Because peace is not the absence of chaos. It's the ability to stay calm inside it. And once you master that, you stop living for approval and start living for alignment. Remember this, you lose nothing by choosing peace. You lose everything by losing yourself. Don't trade your calm for their comfort. Don't shrink your energy to fit small spaces. Don't silence your truth for someone else's convenience. Your peace is your responsibility, not their priority. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. One day, when the noise fades, you'll look back and realize peace was never outside you. It was within you all along. This was your daily dose of motivation from Rise and Conquer, US UK. Remember, your time is now. Stand tall, stay disciplined, and rise and conquer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for tomorrow's motivation.